When I learned it was gonna be Baldur Gate 3, I was just super excited. I brought up to Sven, was like, I wanted to mocap every single line of dialogue. I wanted to mocap. And then when I mentioned it to him, he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, you actually listen to me? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. Ayasta, and I'm the technical animation director here at Larian. I was hired in 2015 as an animator for Divinity Original Sin 2. I worked for the whole project as an animator, and then at the end of those two, what we call Divinity, Sven, the CEO, realized that we needed to have a department basically that took care of all the technical aspects of animation. So I was appointed as a technical animation director. A lot simpler in Divinity. We didn't have mocap. Basically, we just keyframed everything in the game, except for the character intros. Character intros were mocapped, but then there were a lot of limitations in terms of animation that we wanted to do, but we couldn't.
If I don't stop her, I don't know who will.
We were a small team, a very small team also at the time. We were less than 200 people, I think. So we didn't have a lot of tech support or anything, so we just, roll with whatever we had from Divinity Original Sin 1. I definitely saw a lot of improvements that could be done. And that's a lot of what we introduced in BG3. Yeah, I remember when I learned it was gonna be Baldur Gate 3, I was just super excited. One of the biggest things that happened also for BG3 was when I learned that we were gonna do cinematics. So that was important. That was an important aspect because for me it was like, okay, there's some things that need to change. There was a lot of things also that I had in mind to bring up. I wanted to try new things. I mean, like, you can't just keyframe like the way we did for Divinity. We had almost 100,000 lines for the Divinity.
Smells worse over here than a dozen rotten eggs dropped in a vat of vinegar.
Then don't come over. Not like you're buying anything.
I was sure that we were gonna have more in BG3, so we had to come up with pipelines and workflows that allows us to get the best fidelity possible for all those lines of dialogue. So cinematics was a big part of I would say the excitement.
Food, not food, friend.
Animation sometimes breaks things for you. When you study animation, breaks things for you because it's the same like, for instance, you study, film and everything, and then all of a sudden sometimes when you watch a film, it's like, oh, this camera shot doesn't make any sense, or this framing doesn't make any sense. Animation is the same. Like, I started to realize, and I was in the conversations, I realized that they were using a library of animations for the dialogues. I started realizing, oh yeah, this is the animation is gonna play. This is the animation is gonna play. So I brought up to Sven, was like, I wanted to mocap everything. Every single line of dialogue, I wanted to mocap.
Happy birthday to you.
Buy a painting. Go on, treat yourself.
It was funny because, this is something that happened here in Quebec. And then when I mentioned it to him, he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, you actually listen to me? And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So I was like, okay, fine. I knew since the beginning that, for instance, finger tracking was going to be a problem because at that point there was no really a good solution for fingers. So the solution that we came up at that time was, you know what, we're just going to send everything for cleanup. Outsourcers are going to clean everything in terms of fingers. Every single line of recorded dialogue was going to outsourcing, basically. And they were cleaning up the hands, which was expensive. It ended up very expensive. But the problem was that at that time, we're talking about 2017, 2018, 19, even early 2020, there was no good solution for finger tracking. We tried a bunch of things. We tried, the markers on the fingers from Vicon. We tried manus at some point. There was no real solution. And then I saw a post from Anders on LinkedIn, and he was basically sharing a video of StretchSense. I was like, oh, okay. I liked the post. Like 5 minutes afterwards, Anders spoke me on LinkedIn. It's like, hey man, I saw you liked it. Do you want to have a chat? I was like, yeah, let's talk. So that's how everything rolled, and we started talking with them. They sent us, like StretchSense sent us a pair of gloves so we could try it. Yeah, everything started to roll in. We integrated the gloves into our pipeline. So basically now the actors get recorded, they have the gloves, and then the data goes all together in one package. The turnaround of the files was faster, right? Because there was already something in there. For instance, you have the hands, and they probably just need to adjust the pinky, and then that was it. They didn't have to pose the hand all completely, watch the reference what the actor was doing, and no, the hand was there, the motions were there, so the turnaround of the files was way faster. So that's for sure. Definitely they're integrated now into our pipeline. Any animator, gameplay, for instance, they can just use the gloves if they want to. What's important for me is that we have a solution. Right, we have a solution for finger tracking that animators and anyone can use. That's the important part, because I'm not forcing anyone to use it. We have the tech, it's there. Every studio has a pair of gloves. If they want to use it, they can. If there's an animator, for instance, that they want to record their mocap and just key from their hands, they can. It's just that flexibility of allowing you, to get the finger data at the same time as the body. That for me is important.